Yeah, buddy. I've been washing my clothes like, well, I know, too much information. But these are going to go in the wash again tonight. That's all I'm going to say. All right. Turn the fan down a little. Yeah. Ooh, let me pull you out. Hold on. Back wall is done. Done. Yeah. Word to the wise. A big word to the wise. Don't mix your thin set thin. You know, I know I did it as soon as I was doing it, but to get it to where you want it takes so much longer. You know, so I'm not going to be making that mistake, hopefully, twice. Because, you know, I've been letting it dwell, and I've been adding stuff. I brought the bag in, I've been mixing it, but, you know, it's great to take some breaks, but don't mix it thin right off the bat because you're going to pay the price. And I got a ton of thin set left. So, that's why I'm starting this other video. I mean, look at this thing. I got like a third of a bucket. So, look what I did. I got my first piece on the side installed. Alright. I'm using 3 shims, 3/16 instead of my wood that I was using. I learned a lesson there because it was a little bit of a chore getting it out. I mean, that's a good, I'm going to seal that probably with some silicone, maybe some Go Board sealant in that crevice back there. I'm going to do that. But anyway, I switched from, there's my boards right there, and one of them I threw out because it broke as I was pulling it out. So here's that's my center line, and I don't know what happened, but as I was doing it, I ran my level, and you always want to trust your level, right? Trust your level, trust your tools. But for some reason it was off just by a little, so I measured the space between here, and I measured the space over there, and I'm like, well, why is it off? So I moved my tile over this way, and I redid my line. So you see where it says this right there? That's the line. All right, so now I'm going to start working on my 2 fill pieces. And I trimmed off my Go Board. It's not the prettiest trim, but I was trying a couple different things. Yeah, it's not the prettiest. So let's get my cut sheet over here. Because you want to really slow down now in the corners. Well, I'm going to slow down. Try to anyway. Here's my tape measure. Pencil. Hold on. And I'll show you what I mean by slowing down. Let me get my tape out here. I haven't. Okay, so here's what I want to do. Let me push it in. Hold on. Okay, here's what I want to do. I want to check. All right, hold on a second. I need my tripod, but I don't know where it is. It's somewhere. All right, I'll try to do this with the human tripod. All right, so my net measurement is, see that 6 3/4. Let's see what it is on top. It's probably going to drift. Yeah, see it drifts a little. It's a little past 3/4. It's between 3/4 and 7/8. Might be right at 7/8. Whoops, sorry. See that? Yeah, looks like it's right at 7/8. Down here it's 3/4. So it drifts. What's that? 1/8. It drifts 1/8 from the bottom to the top. Now, why is that important? Well, it's important because I'm gonna make up for that drift on this cut here, on the corner cut. And I gotta pull you out again. I know. Hold on. Oops. This camera. Here we go. Yeah, bear with me. So, what I'm gonna do, even though there's gonna be grout, well, some guys and gals don't even grout the corners. They just caulk it. Right? They don't even bother putting grout in. And if you don't believe me, go watch some of the pros. You know, like Sal DeBlasi and Steve White and the tile coach. They probably don't grout the corners because they want to put a bead of silicone in there or something, some sort of sealant in there, not grout. Because grout's not a sealant. Grout's just a finishing, material. So Sealant is sealant, grout is not. And if you don't believe me, you know, research it yourself, but it's not. So, getting back to what I'm doing here. What did I say now? I should have wrote it down. But anyway, this is going to be my plumb edge, my factory edge, my 2 factory edges. This will be my 2 factory edges. And I'm going to make up for my difference in the 1/8 because it wanders, as we just discovered, from here to here. So this side is going to be on a little bit of a, you know, a cant, right? A little bit of an angle, because I don't want to go square. I don't want to square my cut on the corner, because that'll leave a gap. I want to try to conform. That's a good word. Conform. my tile to this wall. So if you kind of understand what I'm saying, I'm going to have factory edge, cut edge, and I'm also going to bevel the cut from the smaller number to the bigger number, right? It's going to be on a little bit of an angle, because I don't want to have a, you know, I don't want it looking pretty down here and not so pretty up here. I want it looking pretty in here and pretty here. All right, so you get my methodology there. Now the same thing will probably hold true all the way up on either side, all my pieces, you know. So the hard work is going to begin, because I'll have to slow down on the tile saw, right? When I'm getting ready to cut my tile, I will have to, instead of having it square on the tray, right, to make a square cut, I'm going to have to probably, I don't know if I'm going to do a grease pencil all the way down. We'll figure that out when I get there. I don't know what's going to be easiest. Maybe, you know, but anyway, it's not going to be a square cut anymore. It's going to be a little bit of an angle, a little bit of an angle cut. All right. Yeah, I got a lot of thin set. Don't mix your thin set too thin, because you're going to be spending a lot of time trying to get it to where you want it to be. So anyway, that's what I've been doing. Taking breaks. It's fun to take the breaks, but it comes a time where you got to get back to work, right? So, yeah, look, up there, there's no tile going to be up there, because if you watched my video when I went to Lowe's to get my 2-piece crown, because if I would put, that's what, 4 or 5 inches, somewhere like that, the measure, that wouldn't look so good, right? So I decided that I'm going to make it look like a custom crown. I'm going to put a backing piece and then the crown going to it. So I think it's going to look okay, and it'll fill that hole, fill that gap, and you won't even know it's there. And you know, everything is going to look like it belongs here. That's the trick of it. Make everything look like it belongs, right? So let me come back out again. Oops, I know. I'm gonna need a cleanup day, but not just yet. So I'll leave you with this shot. Yeah, look at that. I'll leave you with that shot right there. That's a beautiful shot. All right, stay tuned, and there's gonna be more to come. Thanks for watching.